Today, I'm so excited to be looking at the beautiful new eye palette by Studio 10. Hi, Grace Fodor, the fabulous founder of Studio 10, is with me here today to tell us everything about this gorgeous new palette, which is called Fresh Focus Eye Brighten. And it's got these lovely, warm, golden caramel colors. So I know you had another eye palette called Eye Radiance, which I loved, and you've replaced it with this one. So what's the story? Tell us what happened.
Well, I loved the Eye Radiance palette because it had some really soft shimmer-based eyeshadows. And
Yes.
contrary to belief, you can't use shimmer or high pearl on more mature eyes. You absolutely can, but it needs to be the right colors, the right undertone. Those shimmer particles need to be really super fine. So when you use shimmer, it brightens, it opens the eye. And in that palette, we had two really beautiful shimmer shades.
Yes.
Actually, what I realized is you only actually need one.
Oh,
And what was missing from that palette, if you think about more mature eyes, you want to create shape, you want to create definition. So many women, myself included, we're dealing with more hooded eyelids. So for
yes.
hooded eyelids, you do want to have more of a shape contouring shade, and that wasn't in that palette.
Yes, that's
So
true because the contouring one was shimmery, wasn't it? It was a light shimmery gold. Yes.
yes, exactly. And I was like, okay, so I want to brighten. I want that accent. I want to use the shimmer. But actually, what was missing was that shape and that contouring.
And I have to say, the contouring color on this one, I love. It's that caramel one, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
most fabulous. They're just so warm and flattering.
yeah.
So, oh, so right. So that's why this is the up better version.
Yes. And that's what I really wanted to add is that contouring to give you that shape, to give you that not so much definition, but it's more shape, especially if you've got hooded eyelids. So really, this is more of a problem solving, high performing eye palette. So it has the best of the eye radiance, which is that beautiful eyeshadow look, but with the high performance that it will create that shape, that definition in one.
Well, what I would love to do with you is, I mean, I have the moment I got it, I've been wearing it, but I want to see how you apply it and how you think it should go. So, do
Yeah,
you have a pat? Well, have you already got stuff on your eyes?
I've got a little bit of eyeliner on. Yeah. Okay. And the other thing is making it, when you think about eyes, when I speak to so many women, the
Yeah.
one area they're most scared, frightened is eyeshadow. Like, where do I start? It's too,
Yes.
I need to be a makeup
No.
artist. Oh, I don't know what do I need to do? It's complicated, it takes too long. And actually, I've tried again to really simplify it so that it's quick and it's easy. But I'm a big firm believer of a little bit of eyeshadow every day, whereas I never used to worry about it in my 20s and in my
Yeah.
30s.
So it sounds fantastic. I love these colors. So where do we start? Am I right in thinking this is the primer?
Yes.
So right, I've already put some of that all over my eyes.
Yeah, so exactly as you said, really important to use a primer as we mature. And what primers do, and that's why I've put it in this palette so you don't have to buy a single primer and remember where it
Right.
is, and it's never in your makeup bag when you need it.
Yeah.
So a primer, what that does is it evens the texture of the skin and it gives it a shock of sort of hydration because you want a really smooth base when you're applying makeup. So
Yes.
that's the first thing. The other
And
thing
does
that
it
it,
make it last longer as well?
yes, and then
Yeah.
the other thing is what happens is the powders almost stick to it because it's creamy, makes it longer lasting.
Right.
And if you put makeup on a smooth base, it will help with crepiness, with it sitting in fine lines. And you don't want that. You don't want to
Right.
enhance those lines or that crepiness. And that's where the shimmer comes from, you see. If you use too much shimmer, what you see are the shimmer glitter particles, and that glitter shimmer sits on top of the powder. So it's
Yeah.
sitting, and what it's doing is highlighting the crepiness or the fine
Yes.
lines
Yeah.
and wrinkles. And that's why getting that balance right is so, so important, so important. So
Yes.
yes, exactly what you said. I like to just use my finger.
Yes. I use my
And
finger for
yeah,
that.
it's really
Yeah.
quick, easy, and apply it all over the lid as you've done. I actually put it into the crease socket all the way up to my brow bone.
Yes. I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, so really quick and
Great.
easy. And the other thing with that, while I'm talking about it, is that size, it's a larger size. It's the largest pan because guess what? You're using more of it than any of the other
Yes.
colors. Right.
Yes.
So then
I've,
what you
I've
want,
got, I've, I'm at the ready here with my fabulous Studio 10 brushes, which I just want to show people. So this one has a stubby end. It's great actually for the socket line, and
and
it
it is called a socket brush.
the socket brush. I got that right. And this and the slanted one is great for eyeliner. And
Yeah,
then this is just like a flat brush is great just for applying, the
shadow.
powder on. And then there's this, which I always think of as a sort of blending brush. It's just
Absolutely.
a soft ponytail brush.
Yes,
So,
it is called a pony brush. And what's
right.
brilliant, I mean, how many eye brush sets do you see on the market? You don't need.
So
These are
many.
two brushes, four ends. That's it.
Exactly. And you know what? And I just think I always say to people on Ageless, blending. I was told this by a top Hollywood makeup artist many years ago that the most important part of makeup is the blending. So
100%.
brushes are very, very important to have the right brushes that are going to do the job because
Yeah,
that's what is going to make the makeup really work.
yeah. And blend, because the thing about blending, the reason why blending is so important, whether you're blending a blusher or an eyeshadow, is you're blending, you're almost buffing it into the skin so it
Yes.
becomes one with your skin. And
Yes.
that's where you want that real skin finish.
And
So
it
it
all
doesn't
flows,
look
it all flows into each other with no harsh lines or where people
exactly.
can see where you've put a dollop there or a dollop there.
Yeah,
Get rid of all those rough edges. So,
exactly.
should we get started? Okay. So we've done that. And then next is this color. So is that a highlighter?
It is a highlight stroke neutralizer,
Right. So
right?
does it get even out the skin tone? Is that what it
Exactly right. So the way that I apply it, as I use the pony brush because I think it's just
is?
quicker. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
See, I would have used this one, this flat one.
you can use the flat shadow brush. Normally it's a flat shadow brush that you
Yeah.
pick up the product and you put
Yeah.
it on and then you use the pony to blend. But because you're only putting a light veil on the eye, for speed, I use the pony brush.
All right. Okay, I'm going to try the pony brush.
And for me, it's like how quickly can I do my eyes in the
Oh,
morning?
right. Mind you, that is quite quick, so that's good.
Yeah. And exactly as you've done it, all over the lid, through the socket, all the way above the brow. Because sometimes, you've got discoloration, you do want
I
to
have a lot of
neutralize it.
discoloration on my lids, actually. It's amazing. I've got a lot of darkness sort of in this area. So it does make it's amazing the difference it makes when you get rid of that pigmentation.
Yeah. And then if you've got very, very dark pigmentation, a lot of blue coming through, then what you can do is you can use the shadow brush and just put another layer and it really blocks it out if you need it. Now, one of the things while you're doing that
Yeah.
with highlight,
Yeah.
right? I like to normally, classically, you'd do your eye makeup and then you'd always do your highlighter last. And
Right.
most highlighters are very high pearl, they're quite
Yes.
stroby.
Yes.
That doesn't work with more mature eyes because what it does is it creates that ridge.
Yeah.
And what you want is you want to highlight the brow bone to lift. If you really highlight that ridge,
Yeah.
It's going to sort of bring it forward
Yeah.
and then going to push the socket back, and actually it creates more of a hooded eyelid.
Yes. Yes.
So it's a very the reason why I like to do it in this stage is it just creates a very natural, seamless highlight to the brow bone.
Okay, so I'm going to add a bit more up there then.
And also when you look at it, it's not high pearl glittery.
Yeah, no, no, it's not. It doesn't seem pearlized at all, actually.
Very, very
Oh, a
tiny,
tiny
or
bit.
tiny little
Okay.
bit that reflects light, but
Okay.
unlike the accent color, which is more pearl. So
Hey.
that neutralizes the eye area.
Right.
Also means you get a true color projection when you then use the eyeshadows.
Exactly.
Right. So 2 steps. Now, sometimes in the morning, if you don't want to use eyeshadow, that's enough because what that's done is it's just brightened the eye area. You can put on your mascara, bit of brow pencil, and you're good to go.
Do you know, I often do that because, in your palettes, you've got primers, and then in the eye radiance, there was a powder to just even it out. And I will often do that because it just brightens your eyes. It makes it look so much better
Yeah.
than having all
Yeah.
this dark skin around there, which is
Yeah. It just brightens and it
it just
opens up the
brightens.
eye.
Yeah, yeah,
Now, what's interesting is as part of my daily routine, and I've noticed as I've aged, is I add this one step. And that next step is contouring through my socket
yes.
because I need now, and I never used to, I need to now create more of a lid to deal with those hooded eyelids.
Yeah, it really, really makes a difference and helps. Are we going to go straight for the contour now with the caramel
Yeah,
color?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So a couple of things with contouring or
Yeah.
the socket, that's where
I'm
you're
going to I'm
like,
going to use this little stubby brush.
yeah. So you use the socket brush, so that makes it really easy. Now, when you're doing hooded eyelids, if you close your eyes and you take the socket brush and you put it through the socket,
Yeah.
right? So let's say I'm applying it here. In fact,
Yeah.
let me do that. So if I close my eyes and I put it through the socket,
Yeah.
then when I open my eyes, because they're hooded, you can't see it. So the trick with applying a contouring shade through the socket is where have your eyes really open, where your socket, which is the crease,
Yeah.
just very, very almost
That's
apply
it.
it
So you
just
keep your eyes
very
open.
slightly above the socket
Yes.
so that when you open your eyes fully, you can see it. Because
You
if
mean
you
like
can't see,
that? Can you see I've
yeah,
just done it there? Like that?
yeah. Otherwise, it won't work. You won't see it because if it's in the socket and you've got hooded eyelids, it's going to be hidden by the hooded eyelid. So
Yeah.
you just want to use the socket line as your guide and just very slightly above. Now, another little trick,
So I've
because
done that. I just want to show people. I'm now going to use the ponytail brush to blend it. I mean, I didn't put a lot on there, but
you don't need a lot because you're create effectively what you're doing is you're creating a natural shadow. So you want to look like it's a natural shadow. That's what
yeah.
contouring is. So you don't want it to be too exaggerated.
It's
Maybe if you're
such a
going out,
lovely color that it's such a lovely warm. I'm going to put a bit more on actually.
and then what's nice about it is you can build it, you can layer it. So
Yeah.
if you want more of a look, if you're maybe going out in the evening and you want to almost have a bit of a sort of grown-up smoky eye, that's what's so great about this palette because it does take you from an everyday morning on the run through to all the looks from day to night, even to full on smoky.
And just that in the socket, look at the
Look at the
difference.
difference. It's
Look at the difference. It gives definition to the eye. And as you say, it makes you look less hooded.
yes.
Yeah, incredible. And it's such a gorgeous, warm, flattering color.
And
Really.
that's the other thing with us as we age and mature, we want colours that are really flattering and
Yes.
we want it to be warm. Like
Yeah,
we want to warm up our skin. Our skin's generally much duller, it's much more lackluster. And so you want warm shades that again will really lift and are wearable and sort of
yeah,
undetectable. You don't want someone to think that you're wearing loads of eyeshadow that looks like a very natural contour and shape. So again, a really quick, easy, everyday, doesn't look like you're
yeah,
wearing
yeah,
eyeshadow.
yeah.
The other thing is when you apply it, you can bring it into this sort of inner corner.
From the contour line.
Yeah, the in so I like to work this inner corner a little bit because again, what it does is it really opens up the eye,
Does
but don't bring it too far round because if you bring it all the way round down on
then
the outward,
yeah,
it's going
pulls
to
your eye down.
drag the eye
Yeah,
down.
yeah. So you bring it right into the inner corner here.
Yeah.
What? Huh.
And then I sort of end on the outer corner
So
where
I don't come down at all there.
no, exactly, you don't. You want to
Yeah,
keep it
yeah,
lifted.
yeah,
And then once you've got the position you're happy with, then use the pony and just blend.
yeah.
And you blend, you buff it into the skin. And then what you can do is if you need a little bit more definition through the socket, you can apply a very minuscule layer. But
Right.
very, again, very, very natural.
Okay.
Right. And then,
Yes.
depending if you're still in the day, right? So daytime and you think, oh, well, I'm
Well,
going
you could
out.
just have this. You could just put
Absolutely.
the lovely
That,
Mocha pencil with it, and that would be
absolutely.
it. Or
That this, well, what you've done is my everyday adding that shape, that structure, helping with hooded eyelids, brightening the eye area, good to go.
yeah,
Right, so the Mocha eyeliner pencil's brilliant. If you don't like eyeliner, you don't use eyeliner, you can use this dark shade with the angled brush in
yeah,
exactly the same way as you would use eyeliner. So you don't have to have an eyeliner with this palette.
right.
Right. So then we start talking about this lovely accent shade,
The dark
the
brown.
gold, the
The
accent.
gold, the
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
Yes, lovely.
So let's just say you're going out for lunch with friends. You still want to keep it quite natural. You don't want to do a full-on smoky eye, but you just want a little bit of, um, I guess, sort of grown-up glam.
Right.
That's where you can use this beautiful gold
Lovely
shimmer
gold.
accent.
Okay.
And
On the lid.
on the lid, and where you apply it is in the of the center of the lid. You don't want to take it too far up, and you certainly don't want to take it into the socket because that's where you start to
Right.
get creasing. So
Right.
it's just in that center lash line lid.
Yeah. So like a little, I've just done, is it like a little line
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
middle?
Exactly. And then you can, depending on
So
the
you
intensity
don't
or the
blend it
look,
all over the lid?
you can put it all over the lid, but keep it more to the bottom edge. Don't bring it too far into the inner corner or too far into the outer corner. Why? Because
Yeah.
when you're talking, that's where you naturally crease.
Right.
So if you put it where you naturally crease, it's going to exaggerate the creases.
Right.
So usually the flattest part of the lid is that center core.
Right.
So you can use it as a liner if you want, or you
As a
can
liner
yeah, I mean you can use it, you can do a sort of a thin line
of the gold.
of the gold, or exactly as you're doing, the center middle of the eyelid, and you can cover a little bit more of the eyelid, but don't go into the socket.
Okay.
And then you can have it as intense
So,
or as natural as you like.
so yeah, so gorgeous. And yes, it's got a little shimmer and it's a lovely burnished gold.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's quite subtle. It's very warm. It's lovely, lovely, lovely.
And it's
Uh,
subtle because most shimmers or pearl, light reflecting
yeah,
pearl shimmers that they use in makeup products tend to be silver based. And
yeah,
silver is very stroby, which is why you get that really stroby effect.
yes,
And it's not flattering on more mature skin. So I
yeah,
use a gold. So
yeah,
gold is closer to your skin tone. So
yeah,
it gives you that radiance and that shimmer, but without it being stroby.
yeah. Gorgeous. Abs it's so warm. It's just lovely.
Yeah. So that's a really nice accent. And you can see it actually on one. I've done one eye, but not the other. Um, I absolutely love it. And then in the evenings, you can really,
So
like,
what, so
really
how
build it
do you
up.
use this dark brown then?
Right. So
So say
that's
you want
your
to really say I'm going on television, red carpet, what would I do?
right. So once you've done your day,
Yeah.
you've got your base.
So
You
you
can,
could do this and then just add the dark brown as a line, right?
yeah, you can use. So I've actually got eyeliner on today, and funnily enough, I use my eyeliner pencil because it's quicker. But you can use that angled brush, and you can apply it exactly as you would with
And
an
you can
eyeliner
do it,
as an
am I right?
eyeliner.
Am I right in thinking you can apply that brown
Yes, look at that.
wet?
Incredible.
I know, look at that. That's just dry, but you can actually wet it as well.
Wet and dry. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you can line the top of your lash line. I personally like to always bring a little bit down on the bottom lash line because it evens out my eye shape a little bit more. And then what's nice is you can do, I love this little trick, is once you've applied that eyeliner, just almost using that flat edge, as you do the bottom, you just literally do a little flick.
Oh, yes, we've talked about this before, the little grown-up flick. So you do, so you go underneath,
Exactly.
I'm doing
Because what that
now,
does is it just lifts.
underneath, and then you just extend the underneath line a bit.
Exactly.
So I've done it on that side.
And what that does, it's such a quick little trick to
Yeah.
just lifting again the eye.
So I've just extended the bottom line
Yeah,
up.
look at that.
So yeah, so that's just so nice.
So really quick and easy. And then you are on the red carpet
Yes. What a
and
party or whatever.
party or red
Yeah.
carpet, evening, grown up smoky eye. Then you can use that dark definition shade to really smoke it up.
So are we going to do the sideways V
Exactly right.
for the grown-up smoky eye?
Yeah,
And would you put it into your socket as well?
I do. I like to just add it to my socket to give that extra
When I
definition.
say put it, I've put it like that, going slightly into the socket, and
Yeah, and
then
then you
I'm
blend
going
it.
to blend. I'm going to blend it. So it's not like I've done a whole socket line or anything.
No, you don't want to do the whole socket line because when you start adding that definition or using darker shades, it closes the eye up. And we've spent all this time opening and brightening the eye area.
Exactly. So I
So
mean,
look at that.
I know how nice is that?
Wow.
I haven't even used a lot. I'll do the other eye now. I've only used a little. So if I wanted to vamp it up more, I could put a lot more on as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so this dark color is a similar color to the one in Eye Radiance, isn't it?
It's the same because I'm very particular about my defined shade. So the
Oh, is
defined
it the
shade,
same? Because
yeah,
I actually thought it was a little warmer, but it's not. It's the same.
it's exactly the same shade. The thing about definition shades, and this is the difference why this palette is really designed, formulated for more mature eyes,
Yeah.
is a lot of definition shades tend to be dark grey or pewter,
Yeah.
almost have too much black in them,
Yeah.
and it's not flattering. That's why we need the brown. We need dark browns, warm
And do you
browns.
think that's for most complexions
I
and
really do.
do? Because I
Yeah.
know for me, I like that. But what
Yeah.
if but your coloring's very different to mine.
Even, I've got friends and we've got, customers who have very dark, sort of rich Indian skin tones, and they
Yeah.
get drawn to wearing black. It's
Yeah.
too heavy.
Too
It's
heavy. Yeah.
too heavy. And what's special about this brown is it's a very dark, rich brown. It's warm, but it is actually, if you look at it, it's got that grayness like beneath it. It's got an
Yeah.
undertone of black. So it does play into that. It's got enough depth to it without it being black. And
Yeah.
then you can really ramp it up. I mean, if you've got a really strong lid, and I don't because I've actually got very hooded eyelids, if you've
Yeah.
got a really strong lid, the classic smoky eye is you start with the darkest shade all over the lid
Yeah.
and then you smoke up.
Yeah.
So if you've got a really strong lid and you don't have a lot of crepiness,
Yes.
there's no reason why you can't do that as well.
Yes.
So if you wanted to really
You could put
almost,
that dark color all over your lid.
yeah.
But then, yes, but is there anyone with a mature skin who is going to benefit from that?
I mean, I know some women who, because it's a very sexy
It is, yeah.
look.
I used to love that. I used to do that. I used to have a slightly black pearlize. It was literally black, and I used to put it all over my lid, and it actually looked amazing.
Yeah. And you could do that with this
But
palette.
I
I've
mean, my
just,
eyes would look so small now if I did it. I
yeah, yeah. Or you might want to just do it that lash line. So
Yeah.
not do it all over the lid and smoke it up. You
Just do
might
a
just want to
thicker
do the
lash line.
drama through the lash line. And that's what's so great about this product or this palette is
Do you
you
mean
can
do
play,
Yeah, you can play. Of course, you can do
experiment.
anything you want. I mean, we're just, you don't have to do it like we're saying. So did you mean just do a sort of thicker line?
Yeah.
Let me try that. Let me try that.
Depends if you want a little bit more drama.
And of course, I'm doing a dry. I'm doing there, I've done it a bit thicker
Yeah.
compared to that eye. And of course, if you wanted more intense, you wet it a bit, then it's going to be
Yes,
intense.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That looks incredible. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it does.
have
It looks really nice.
stunning eyes.
I quite like the lash a bit thicker actually.
Look how, but it looks stunning on you.
It is.
And that's what you
It's
want from a palette is you
yeah.
want one palette that meets all of the looks that you would want because you want your everyday. So for me, the everyday is brighten and add that contour shape
Yes,
because
I
when
actually love that, and often, I'm shooting videos and I'm doing things through the day, and I don't want to be fully made up for all of them. So it's actually very useful, because I can start with just, the basic, which just brightens your eye, bit of contour, and
yes,
build up as the day goes on.
yeah.
So
And
you
then
can
if you
start
want a little bit of just an extra touch of glam, then you can use that beautiful gold shimmer just on the middle of the lid. That's still
yeah,
a beautiful, beautiful day look.
yeah, gorgeous,
Gorgeous. And
absolutely
then you think,
gorgeous.
well, I want a little bit, I'm going out for an early dinner, or you just want a little bit, then you can start to use the definition. You can also use that definition shade exactly as you did as a natural eyeliner. So it just is so versatile. And because it's
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
primer, it's going to be longer lasting. The product's not going to fall. Because the other thing is you don't want to use eyeshadow and then it's falling all on your
Yes,
cheekbone,
yes,
which
that's
is a
really
classic
annoying.
with
That's
me.
very annoying. But as ever with Studio 10, the textures, because all these powders are sort of very finely milled, and the colors are always perfect for that older skin. So
Yeah.
they do work very, very well. So, well, I love this new palette. Thank you. Hopefully you'll have, some, more new surprises for us soon.
Oh, I've got so many. so many products in development for this year. I'm
Yeah.
so excited about, and some um incredible skincare products
Oh.
that have instant effect and impact. So
Mm.
some
That
very
sounds
exciting.
intriguing. Okay. Well, we'll have to have you back when they come out. I
Yeah,
can't
very
wait.
excited.
Thank you so much.
Lovely to see you.